Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are going to talk about some of the remaining cards that are being spoiled for this set, Fighter's Ambition Zenkai Series 02. We have about 2 more reveal videos outside of the last 2 secret rares, and so we're going to kind of get into it. Now, that being said, as per usual, if you want these spoilers to keep coming in the future, just go to the official Dragon Ball Super card game website, and well, it's a Facebook group, and follow that because that's where all these come from. You can also then discuss it on the unofficial discussion group, the unofficial Reddit, or the Universe X Discord. So realistically, just jump in. Like, there are like a gajillion places to talk about these things, and we're gonna have some good times. Now, past that, I do want to give just the normal, if you want to support the channel, go down, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment the video, help it trend. But you can also support the Universe X brand in a gajillion different ways. I have 2 more channels. I have a Twitch. Just, go ahead, check it out, see something. And yeah, we will get right into this card description stuff. I'm not going to let this go on any further. So, first and foremost, we got Beerus Area Annihilator. Barrier, he's a Z battle card, mind you. And auto, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their original or their current energy and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Okay, this card gains plus 5k power for the turn. Activate main once per turn. And you have you just blue. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, switch this card to active mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, then place it at the bottom of its owner's deck, and then this card gains dual attack for the turn. So, here's actually something really cool. I'm already digging this. This is going to be a 2-drop, and then its full effect is a 4 cost. He has barrier, so if you put him on the board, some decks are going to be able to destroy through barrier, not all decks, so we do have to be cognizant of that fact. But this guy has a little more protection than most, but he doesn't have deflect. But the cool thing about this is if you were to use him as a 4-drop, right? When this card attacks, you're going to be able to do quite a lot. So you swing with him, and then you choose one of your opponent's battle cards that energy cost greater than their current energy, and you place it at the bottom of their owner's deck. That's 1 card. You pay 2, and he's going to swing for 15k at this point. Then you're going to be able to combo for, 2 more, which is cool too. Well, I said combo for 2 more. Pay 2 more, untap him. Swing again. He's going to not only have a removal effect when he untaps, because at this point he's going to ignore barrier and place at the bottom, but then you're going to be able to swing again and go up 5 more k to 20k, putting back an overcosted card again, and then he has dual attacks, so he'll be able to go up to 25k. So this guy is going to make 3 swings at 15, 20, and 25 base, and then he's going to remove a total of 4 cards if they have the amount of cards on field necessary to do this with. So this guy's actually pretty cool value, all things considered. He's going to come down and get some swings in, and he's also going to be able to go pretty hard. And this card's going to be able to do some funny things, like with Hatch, for instance, against Black Hatch. Decks that have floodgates like that, where they target the attacking battle card, not the like actual player or just the field. So this guy's going to be able to swing multiple times under a floodgate like Hatch's leader skill. And I like that. I like that. I think this is going to be a staple blue because this gives blue 3 attacks and 4 potential removals on just 4 energy, and blue's going to get that back light. So this is actually a really cool card, and I think this does deserve the rank of blue staple when it comes out. Moving over to the next card, we have got Jiren the Immovable, 2/2 as well. I love Jiren cards, and it's about time we got another Jiren card, in my opinion. But deflect, when this card is played, choose up to one of your green battle cards, energy cost of 5 or less. It can't be removed from the battle areas by your opponent's skills until the end of their turn. So that's very important. It's important that it says, it's not saying, KO'd. It's important that once Jiren puts this on somebody, the only way you can remove them is by minusing their power to 0. You can't warp them, you can't bounce them, you can't tuck them, you can't spin them, you can't do anything. You can't KO them. Like, that's good. That's good. Activate main, limit 1, place any number of your Z energy cards in their owner's drops. Choose up to one of your opponent's Unisons and remove a marker from it for each Z energy placed into a drop by this skill. Additionally, if you place 2 or more Z energy in drops with this skill, this card gains 10k and double strike for the turn, making it a 25k double striker for 2. Now, so far, I think that in green, we don't have the Z energy acquisition to make this amazing, but this is a really good pinch hitter. You can drop this guy with deflect and potentially just remove 3 Z energy Now, granted, you just use 5 total, but you can remove 3's energy to get rid of a Majin Buu unison or something. So this guy has its merits. I definitely respect him, as you should, because he's a Jiren card. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is a staple for green until we get like a deck that can really abuse it. But once we actually get a deck that can just spam Z energy, I mean, this might even work in the Broly deck. We have to see, because you will be putting lots of things into your Z energy there. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool card, and I like Unison removal because the game doesn't have enough of it. Moving on to the next card, we got Bulma, First Ally. Auto, if your leader is black, when this card is played, add up to 1 Dragon Ball card from your deck to your hand, then place 1 skill as black battle card with an energy cost of 1 from your deck to your drop, then shuffle your deck. Activate main, limit 1, choose up to 1 of your Black Son Goku childhood cards and gains plus 5k power for the turn. So here we go. This is a generic Shinron card, but it's more tuned towards, you know, skillless Goku. And it's weird that we're getting support on skillless Goku. That was a deck that kind of stayed around the format for quite some time. It was always kind of rogue tier for a while. Is this just saying that maybe a little support's all I need to get back in the saddle, or is this maybe hinting towards a future reboot? No way to know, but it's very weird that this card came out now. And you're gonna see in the next couple of cards that there's more Kid Goku support, and it's just an auspicious kind of setup. So you got activate main, limit 1. That's gonna, you know, just give him 5k. That's pretty cool. The fact that you don't even have to tap it, it can just be on the field. You've already played it. You've already gotten your Dragon Ball to your hand, and you have to draw 1. So this card is going to break even, but it's going to thin your deck out by 2 and get your Dragon Balls out. I'm so sorry. If you're playing a Shinron deck, it's going to thin you out by 2. If you were playing a Kid Goku deck, it's just going to thin you out by 1, but it's going to get a 4-star ball to your hand, which is very important. We're going to go to the next one. Android 8, Kind-Hearted Friend. A unique barrier blocker, costs 3. That's kind of wild, but you know it's not going to really cost 3. This is just crazy though. Unique barrier blocker, I like that a lot. Permanent, when a Black Son Goku childhood card with an energy cost of 2 or more will be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you may place this card and drop it instead. That's pretty cool, so it makes them either target this first or they just know that you have protection. Activate main, limit 1. If your leader is a Black Son Goku childhood card and there are a total of 2 or more skills battle cards in your battle area and or drop, play this card from your hand. Very easy summoning conditions. He's a 20k swinger at minimum with barrier. This is very, very good. I actually like this card. It's very subtle, but this is a lot of just solid text on one card. It's not like game breaking, but whether he's swinging for 20k backed by barrier, whether he is just a barrier blocker that can sit on your board that has 20k, that's great. And the fact that he's played for 1 feels even better. Next card, we got Son Goku, Power of Friendship. He's got Deflect Auto. When this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and send it to the owner's warp. Very strong, that doesn't have a cost requirement. Activate main 3. If you have a black Android 8 card in your drop, play this card from your hand. Okay, easy summoning condition, so 3 for a warp anything. Activate main once per turn. If your leader card is a black Son Goku childhood card and you discard 1 4-star ball from your hand, switch this card to active mode and gains double strike for the turn. I hate that this is rare because it needs to probably be like an SR, but it's past the set for it. But this is very, very strong. You're going to be able to play this for 3, and when he swings, so he's going to remove 2 cards a turn. If you proc his effect, he's removing 2 cards that turn, and he can swing once for 25k and once for a double strike. And if you have the Bulma on the board, he's going to be a 25k for both of those swings. Yeah, no protection, but he's a run it and gun it type card. I actually really, really like this. Like I said, it's very weird that they're giving support to this leader all of a sudden. Now, we've been talking about this all over the discussion groups. One of the best cards spoiled in quite some time. You got Black Smoke Dragon, Accumulated Negativity. He is 2, no specified, which is probably the biggest part about this guy, other than his effect itself. Deflect, permanent, this card cannot attack. Auto, when this card is played from your hand, choose 1. Place up to 3 cards from the top of your deck in your drop, and if there are a total of 7 or more in all drop, or in cards in all drop, draw 2 cards. So when you do this, there only need to be 4 more cards in between you and your opponent's drop, and you'll just draw 2. Now the milling can hurt. In certain decks, this is going to be a little scary, but you don't always have to use the mill effect to draw. There are other effects on here that are also really monstrous. But in decks like Super Saiyan God, Trunks, or Black decks in general, this is going to be a monstrous effect. Especially with the new Cumber Secret Rare that doesn't need to be in your hand. You could play it from the warp. There's no real minus there. Next, you have choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 7 or less, ignoring barrier, and send it to its owner's warp. This is almost every non-secret rare card pretty much in the new sets. So this is just a point and click destruction that's crazy. Then you have choose up to one of your opponent's Unisons with a specified cost of 2 or less, and 7 or fewer markers, and send it to its owner's warp. So this is going to get rid of a lot of sticky Unisons that would just never leave. I believe this just kills GT Spaceship if you play it on ramp. I do believe the math works out there, but most importantly, it will kill Gogeta in the first 2 turns that he's on board. This can snipe Gogeta Unison off the board. This is actually just a very, very strong. This can snipe the androids off the board. All these Unisons that we previously thought darn near invincible because of their acquisition of markers are no longer going to have that same amount of immunity because of this card. So yeah, we just changed the hierarchy of power in the +2 Unison market. I dig it though. I really do dig it. This card is actually a staple, and I would slowly pick up copies of this. Like, I would always, once you get your 4, I would just keep them in your binder and never really get rid of them, because this card seems like it just has mad uses, and it's just generic. This is just a very good card. Next, we have Black Massan, Assassin from the Darkness. 6 cost, 0 combo power, unfortunate. Deflect, permanent. This card can only attack while you have 3 or more energy and your leader's a Z leader, or you have a Z battle card in play. I don't know why that was so weird to say. So 3 or more energy, and you either have to be a Z leader or have a Z battle card in play. So this is kind of weird. You're either low on life or you have a battle card out, and I don't think any black ones have like those stats, so you probably do kind of get slapped around if they remove it. But it is what it is. Auto, when this card is played, choose one. If it's your turn, you can choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and you cost a 6 or less into the owner's warp. It's pretty decent removal. Or if it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your cards and it gains plus 5k power for the turn. So this is Bean. Or potentially Bean. Activate battle, limit 1. Black, if your leader is in play this card from your hand. I definitely like that. Activate battles you have to be a little careful about, but when they do happen, they're generally stronger because your opponent has already committed to whatever play you were doing by not negating when you start adding more stuff to the board. However, that being said, if it's your opponent's turn, choose. Yeah, it's really cool that you can play this guy in and Bean yourself. That's going to be really huge to the black deck. This is probably a black staple. Like, we just need to see better and better Z battle cards, and it's a shoo-in. Next, yeah, my man, Son Gohan and Piccolo Heroic Team. We've already seen this card from the San Diego Comic-Con spoilers, or sorry, New York Comic-Con spoilers. But energy exhaust, dual attack, limit 1, auto limit 1. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and if your opponent has a battle card in play, this card gains plus 5k power for the turn. Activate main once per turn if you have 5 or more Z energy or 2 or more Z battle cards in play. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or more, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Cool. Activate battle, blue or green. If your leader is blue or yellow and 3 or more blue or yellow cards in your combo area, play this card from your hand. There's 2 decks that can play this, and they're the 2 decks, well, multiple decks can play this, but these are the 2 decks that are meant to play this. In Gohan, you saw that with that run it and gun it strategy, there are going to be a lot of times where you have 3 battle cards in your combo area, and you just play 1 blue energy and you play this guy. But in Piccolo, you're likely going to have 2 Z battle cards, and you'll just play this guy from your swap, because he is an 8 Piccolo superhero, or he's an 8 Yellow Master's Teachings. So you'll be able to swap into this with the 5-drop and then play him. And then you'll be able to, regardless, have some sort of warp. Gohan will likely have the Z battle warp, or Z energy warp. Piccolo will likely have the cards on board warp. So, or sorry, bounce. I keep saying warp, but tuck. So this is a really cool card. It has multiple implications. In the Gohan deck, it's going to draw you 1 more card. It's going to swing twice. It's going to be able to be played when you're comboing anyway. But in the Piccolo deck, when you swap into this using the 5-drop swap, it's going to gain 6k and critical, going up to 25k crit, swing, and as long as they have a battle card, it's going to go up to 30k crit, making this a massive 1-2 combo in that deck. So I am actually looking forward to this, and I will be hunting for these SPRs. But with that being said, those are the cards for this video. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, outside of the villainous cards, which we'll be going over a little later, and the remaining 2 SCRs, and I think the campaign rares, which we haven't seen yet, these are the cards that are going to be out for this deck, or for this set. So we're pretty much at almost full visibility for spoilers, and so we can really get those juices flowing. All we're going to need is the ban list out soon, and we'll be able to full steam tilt into Nats. I'm looking at my polls right now on I almost said Facebook, on YouTube, and it looks like you guys want me to go into extra card Broly first. So I will be crafting that archetype breakdown. Be sure to see that next week. And yeah, we got a lot of exciting things coming up for the channel, for this card game, and I hope you guys stay tuned. Make sure you remember that I am doing a One Piece giveaway very soon. I'm waiting on my kid deck to come in, and we'll be giving away leaders, we'll be giving away super pre-release decks, we'll be giving away super pre-release Dawn, and we're gonna make sure we have a lot of winners and really start going in for the One Piece just demographic, to make sure you guys are all tuned in when we start doing things like box breaks and, you know, tournament reports and all these things. So yeah, thanks, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed being in Universe X today.